All right, so let's get to the week 3 preview. I think we got two big matchups that really stick out to me. Really, I'll say there's 4 important games, but 2 really big ones. We're going to look at the Packers and the 49ers. I think it's going to let us know who the Packers are. Although the 49ers have lost like 7 running backs in 7 days, I think the scheme overall will prevail. And the Packers aren't physical. And we saw they struggled with a more physical Detroit team in the first half. And, in the last time they played each other.
They can be thrown on.
Last time they played each other healthy in the NFC Championship, the Packers got boat raced as they got boat raced again that same season in the regular season. So 49ers Packers, man, I think carefree Aaron and his Zen self is going to go out here and give them 350 and 3 or 4 tubs. But that's just me rooting for Aaron, and he's on my fantasy team.
Oh, which, you know what? Speaking of fantasy, before I even get into that, that was a beautiful comeback, Lee. I mean, I thought you were dead in the water. The fact that you were down 50, I don't remember, it was 50-something points and you came back. I literally, the whole time
it was Aaron Jones, wasn't it?
Aaron Rodgers kept throwing the ball to Aaron Jones. Every time that Aaron Jones scored a touchdown, it was a product of Aaron Rodgers, except he had 3 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing, right?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I mean, it couldn't have been scripted any better for you. And even though the Packers D was lacking in the first half, I don't think that you lost any points in the second half with it. So,
no, I picked up a couple points.
Exactly. A couple sacks, they got a pick. So, yeah, bravo. But I'm looking forward to that matchup more than anything, just because obviously it's a rematch from 2 years ago, NFC Championship. You got a 49ers team that, even though Mostert's out, and that's pretty much the only guy missing, from that 49ers team that did go to the Super Bowl, that went to the Super Bowl.
Tevin Coleman.
It's pretty much the same team. They're 2-0. They played their first 2 games on the road. So their fans, if I'm not mistaken, California, they didn't have fans at all at any of the games for any of the teams.
God, no, you could barely go to the grocery store out there.
This is going to be the 49ers. This is going to be the 49ers' first game with fans in basically 2 years. And so I think the crowd's going to be pumped up. Sunday Night Football, you got Al Michaels on the call. I think it's going to be a great game, and it is going to come down to probably who has the ball last.
We might have to double check on that because I actually don't know. They might still not be allowing – I mean, I know at SoFi Stadium you got to be 100% vaccinated. I know that.
They're allowed it because the Rams had a full house.
And they
LA County is completely different from San Francisco.
So up there in Santa Clara County, it was super tight last year, but they did have some people at the away game. I had one of my homeboys from Monterey. He went to a away game. He went to a preseason game up there.
Okay.
So we got Al and Collinsworth on the call, baby.
Yep.
Put it right on mute. Watch the game. You got anything on this game, JP? Or are you ready to jump to Rams Bucs?
I'm ready to jump to Rams Bucs. I'm ready for Aaron,
the Titans. Let me walk back Tampa Bay not winning the NFC South, okay? They are clicking on offense. Brady is putting together an MVP-esque season, and they're going to meet one of his other MVP, his MVP competition, Super Bowl competition, the LA Rams. I'm picking against Brady because that's what I do. And their defense hasn't impressed me. And I know Jay Ram will take one of his receivers out. He will lock up one of those receivers. And
I think Jay Ram is taking a note down like, I want to pick off the greatest player ever. I think that's the kind of dude that Jalen Ramsey is. He wants to compete. He wants to play.
And are the Bucs receiver. Looking forward to week 4 going into Foxborough? They could be.
It could be. But there's another thing to note here, too. I mean, all you got to do is look at all the Super Bowls that Brady's lost. Every Super Bowl that Brady's lost, what happens?
Good interior pass rush.
Oh, yeah. And who do they get?
AD, baby.
Oh, boy. I hope that, and let me tell you, I respect
Tom Brady's too old to take that hit. He's going to throw it away.
I respect the hell out of Tom Brady.
Day.
Let me tell you, I can't wait for them to tee off on him. I really can't. I hate Tom Brady. But I only hate Tom Brady for one
Tom,
reason.
I love you if you ever see this.
I sports hate the hell out of Tom Brady too. 28-3, I'll never get over that.
I fucking.
I was on the other side of that, so I mean, the hate you guys for him,
fuck you.
love I got. Hey, he's a Michigan man. Go Blue.
Fuck you and Tom Brady. I hate Tom Brady. So I can't wait to see Aaron Donald tee off up the middle, and them not really having an answer for it, because then once he's got to throw quick, then you do have Jalen Ramsey sitting there. Wait, he's going to be down AB. There's no AB because he's on the COVID list.
That's not 100% yet because he's vaccinated, so he just has to have 2 negative tests within 24 hours. Totally possible, but it is a long shot.
Regardless, and which would mean too,
AB also wasn't affected last game.
They would have to be leaving tonight.
Yeah,
they're probably leaving tonight to go to LA.
Yeah,
because I would think. But regardless, I think that's going to be a great game. I personally, and I guess I will wait until the picks for me to kind of unveil who I got, even though I'm kind of telling it. but I think it's going to be a good game. Definitely so far through 2 weeks, and then kind of on paper, just what we kind of all were thinking. It's kind of coming together that these are the 2 best teams in the NFC, and outside of maybe the Chiefs, even though Chiefs just lost, but probably the 2 best teams in the NFL with all that talent. And I'm looking forward to that. But I do think that it's going to be an uphill climb for Brady in this game because he's not going to face a better defense all year. And this will be the true measuring stick to me for that, because obviously nobody's drinking the Carolina Kool-Aid. I'm not. I think they're going to win tonight, but I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid. But and they've got the number 1 rated defense, which I have them in fantasy. But nonetheless, I don't think that that's a real challenge for the Bucs. The Saints clearly aren't a real challenge for the Bucs, and of course, the Falcons aren't a challenge for the Bucs, as we saw on Sunday.
I mean, we were until the fourth quarter.
Huh?
We were into the fourth quarter. Then Matt started.
9 minutes left. 3-point game. 3-point game. The cover was there, and it cost me $75,000. Shit happens, man. Shit happens. It's crazy.
That one was one though that it was just like, for one, I'm thinking Falcons money line. I'm thinking there's an upset this week. Falcons are gonna pull it off. But gee, I mean, that one hurt my heart to see that. They all hurt my heart, but that one, I just know that it hurt you even more to get everything but
because it was so personal. It was personal because I want the Falcons to win, and then obviously everybody knows I'm a Matt Ryan fan.
I can't put my favorite spot on a parlay for that much. I'll just leave them off like I'm not breaking my heart.
And I'm a Matt Ryan fan, and of course he's my fan. He was my fantasy quarterback, so like it just was bad all around for me. It didn't. There was no. I lost so much right there.
All right, so another big matchup I think we have Chiefs and Chargers. I don't know what the Chargers are yet. They're obviously 1-1. Brandon Staley's a rookie coach. Patrick Mahomes has never lost 2 games in a row. But if we think the Buccaneers are one of the best teams in the league, and Dallas damn near played them to a draw, and then the Chargers played Dallas to a draw. Last second field goal. And really outplayed Dallas, if we're being honest. Like they just had some major mess ups. Can the LA Chargers maybe show up and give Patty Mahomes his first 2-game losing streak of his career?
The Chiefs did not lose without obnoxious turnovers, bro. And Patrick Mahomes usually is going to be the one turning the ball over. So without fumbles, I don't see it happening. I mean, it's hard to predict a bunch of fumbles, but the Chargers better be working on punching that ball out this weekend.
And they spotted them 7 points. The Ravens spotted the Chiefs 7 points to kick off the game. It was crazy, but no, I agree with him. I think that at the end of the day, Chiefs they're not falling to 1 and 2. They're not falling to 1 and 2. The Chargers, they obviously have talent, but no.
Does anybody care about the Colts and Titans game?
I do. I love the Titans. Okay, I don't know if you guys know, but my Super Bowl winner this year is the Titans. I got a grand down on that to win $25,000. This first week scared the hell out of me, but I mean, Wentz isn't playing, so the Colts are working with another QB. I don't see any way that they come up with a way to outscore the Titans. Not that the Titans have showed their best football in all their games, but
let me tell you too, this game is so important for the Colts. It's not even funny. Not only because you don't want to fall 0-3, but those first 2 losses that they took were at home. They've got 3 straight road games. It could get real ugly in Indy, especially if they're not competitive, because they were competitive in the first 2 games. They lost both of those games by one score. And boy, I mean, things could really come from up under them if they lose. So it really is a must win for them. I mean, it gets really ugly after this.
I mean, most people don't even know where Indianapolis is on the map. So whatever.
Brett Hundley's taking the majority of the snaps this week over the Sam Ellinger and Jacob Eason. So yeah.
I mean, I don't blame him for wanting to get somebody with some experience in playing in football games.
Do you remember what Brett Hundley looked like when he quarterbacked the Packers?
He's dog shit. He's dog shit with the Packers.
Maybe the Colts are who need to hire Cam Newton.
Yeah,
or Nick Foles, the guy who the head coach, he was his coordinator when they won the Super Bowl.
Well, he's backing up Justin Fields this week. They got to have that insurance policy in Chicago.